Hello, everyone! Happy Sunday, and for our American friends, happy 4th of July. Well, I mean, hell, everyone. I hope you have a happy 4th of July. And for our Americans, happy, flag-wavy, cookout, firework explodey day. Hope you're having a very safe and fun one. So, I was thinking about starting Trails in the Sky second chapter today, but then I said, you know what? It's a holiday. People probably have other things to do, like watching Summer Games Done Quick, which starts today. So I appreciate everyone that's here. Also, there's a couple special things I want to do prior to starting up second chapter, including a video formalizing my final thoughts on first chapter. So I hope to have that done this week, and then we'll start second chapter next Sunday. That's the plan for now. But in the meantime, 4th of July is all about fireworks and nothing else. And fireworks are explosions, and by gum, Blast Core, rare classic from the N64, has explosions. At 20 frames per second in its resolution of 240. Oh god. You have, as bad as this looks, you have no idea how utterly horrible this looks on my television. This looks so bad. This is going to be really hard to play, actually. But that's okay. I really did. I have a tube television, but I didn't want to, tear down my entire setup and drag everything into my bedroom, or drag the tube television out here. It's bad. It's not that bad. Now, a Blast Core is not just a game where you knock down buildings. No, there is story. So, most of you probably know that there's a runaway nuclear missile carrier that you have to knock down the buildings in its path so it doesn't blow up and kill everybody. And that's true. But it goes beyond that. There is lore. Oh yes, there is lore. And I am going to read you the lore from the instruction booklet. By the way, this is the original N64 game. This is not the rare replay thing, which was actually remastered at 1080p. No, this is like 240 being upscaled to 1080p. That's why it looks so garbage. So, alright. Oh, Brian has finished the first draft of Ellipsis of Love. Can't wait for that. Gonna have to have a dramatic reading or something. Okay. Are you ready for the story, the lore, the mythology behind Blast Core? Here we go. Blast Core. Leaders in the field of heavy-duty demolition through a combination of skill, experience, and cutting-edge technology. Since its birth, the company has applied its unique talents to the problem of urban decay, renovating and revitalizing cities from one end of the country to the other. A far cry from the senseless warfare amidst which the seeds of the project were sown in the heavy vehicle development bay at the military base called Rafters. Mitch 80, hello. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game too, from back in the N64 days, when I was a teenager. Alright. While demonstrating a great natural flair, the founding members of the team, Amber, Clark, Wesley, and Spike, were never happy with the ultimate purpose of their machines, so when Wesley was cruelly rejected following the field accident that left him disabled, his friends finally rebelled and led the infamous Rafters walkout. Blast Core came into being soon after. That was 5 years ago. But now, in the present day, world peace is shattered as mankind faces crisis on a worldwide scale. A pair of defective nuclear missiles en route to a safe detonation site have begun to leak. Badly damaged, the carrier automatically locks onto the most direct route. Bad memories resurface for the Blast Corps team when, summoned to their nation's defense, they find out where the warheads originated, a certain nearby military base. The flood of radiation prevents anyone from getting close to the runaway carrier, and people in the know fear that even the slightest jolt could trigger a catastrophic explosion. Standing as the world's final hope, Blast Corps must clear the way to Ground Zero, gather a team of 6 elite scientists, and ultimately counter the threat of nuclear winter. So, there's the backstory. That's the context you need to appreciate the game where you knock down buildings with the dump truck. So, alright. Lee, hello. Caleb, hello. Alright, so I put in a different controller pack so I don't overwrite my old save. And I gotta turn that down because that is still ridiculously loud in my head. And feel free to bop along because the music in this game is funky, obnoxious goodness. Alright. There we go. Time to get moving. Clear path for carrier on each main level. Okay? So we can't let that sucker hit any buildings. Activate all RDUs and destroy all buildings to earn second gold. RDUs are the little lights you see on the ground. They're called radiation dispersal units. After you can go back in the levels and knock everything else down and do other objectives. Achieve gold in all levels to commence time attack. Alright, now we're also going to do something fun. We will remove the memory pack. And we will plug in the rumble pack. Which I just put fresh batteries in, so this should be fun. You see, children, back in the day, force feedback was an accessory sold separately that you had to jam into the controller. And while these are cartridges, they also sold memory packs that you could plug into the controller so you could save your game. And instead of bringing the entire cartridge to someone else's house, you just brought this and plugged it into their controller. So, fun stuff. Alright, Simunakers, let's go. You must completely remove all obstacles from the danger zone. Well, I assume some of you are younger than me. I know some of you are not. But my my demographics tell me that I have a fairly broad range of ages watching, so I try to remember that not everyone is my age. Some people are younger. Thanks, Amber. Pressing start will allow you to view the missile carrier's path. Alright. So, yeah, so see that building right there? We've got to knock that out of the way. There's the carrier. Building, lots of buildings. So many buildings in the way. Alright.
Good luck.
And I've got a horn. There we go. Now you're probably thinking, what happens if you run into the missile carrier? It explodes and kills everybody. So. Alright, yep. Those TNT crates, yep, they can be used to drive them into buildings. Alright, so this building is essential because it's right in the path, hence the arrows. So we've got to get this thing out of the way. Now you'll hear the help, help, and you actually see the little people running around there. They're stuck in the buildings. I rescued them by knocking the building down around them. Because that's how that works, you see. Periphery structure, crushing it's not vital, but it's fun! And there might be surprises. And you get better rankings as you knock everything over. But for now, we just want to knock over the buildings that we need to knock over. Whoops. I actually accidentally got out of the... Did I miss a fence or something? Something in the carrier's path has been missed. Oh no. What did I miss? You ran away or something? Oh, we've got part of the shed there. Aha! Clutch. Okay, that's enough buildings. We have cleared the path for the carrier. So we can just get out of our... There we go. Alright, so we got, oh god, that is hard to read. Knocked over a little over half the buildings, got some money, over half the RDUs, and saved half the people, so yay. The original controller pack has been removed! That's right. Do you want me to put it back? Actually, I don't know if this game even uses the Rumble pack, which is weird. Alright, well, let's go back in here. Select Start, and then View Stats to check the status of the level. Alright, we got some more to use over here. Yep. Yep, great. Yeah, we're good. Alright.
You can do this.
There's one. Hello. Now, these blocks, you can push them into buildings so they explode and help you knock them down. The buildings in this level are pretty fragile though, so not a big deal. So we got all the RDUs, so that's good. And so far as I can tell, either my Rumble pack is completely broken, or this game, for some reason, doesn't use the Rumble pack. Which is kind of an odd choice. Maybe the Rumble pack wasn't out yet. El Deuterino! Will we see Zelda anytime soon? Well, Breath of the Wild 2's coming out in a couple of, like, probably 2022, I would guess. Freed all the survivors. There's one, just ran him over. Alright, there's a fence. Get the fence. Get the other fence. More fences. So many fences. Now let's see. Oh, hey, there's a building. Alright. But we're not done yet. See that car there? There we go. Pretty sure I wanted to put you right over here. There we go. That's what we want. Now, we got one of the bonus vehicles. Mostly useful in training stages, access via the communicate practice. Whee! And doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo is the horn noise. Of course it is. Yes, this control's great, by the way. Alright, let's see, what am I missing? Anything? Alright, got all the buildings, got money, got the survivors, and we got all the air heaters. Awesome. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. Year that long, 6 more months until 2022. But I seriously doubt Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in January. Oh, if I'd play it on stream, yeah, when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, I'll probably devote one of the Sunday streams to it. Sure. It is a yeah. There's a couple American muscle cars in this game. All right. And Lou points out that we did live through a time when the original Breath of the Wild was scheduled for 2015, and that didn't come out till 2 years later, so... Alright. I think we're done. Wait, did I not... Oh, crap. Okay, I guess I can't just exit out of the level, I have to, I have to actually exit via the truck, the trailer thing at the very end. Zoops!
I hope this works.
Oh well. I guess I'll just have to knock down a bunch of buildings again. See, I think what the thing is to complete a level and have everything count, you have to leave via this truck here. I'm glad I'm so good at driving this this shovel because I'm very precision with it. You see, I can knock these buildings down around the people trapped within. That takes talent. Alright, let's did I get everything this time? Okay, buildings, monies, peoples, already used. We're good. Alright. Bit of fence there. Okay. Yep. There we go, okay. Alright, 2 gold medals were great. Okay. So, we could learn to do the side swipe, the J-bomb, or probably the, what is it, backlash. So let's do that one. Probably the most difficult damn vehicle in the entire game. You can't just ram things with the front unless you go off those little rocks there. You have to spin out and smack into buildings with the ass end of the truck. See, you could do this all day and eventually you'll crack it. But one thing you can do is drive over these rocks here, and that will help a bit.
Time to get moving.
Of course, aiming is really difficult. There we go. Kind of. It's been years since I played it. There we go. Swing and a miss. Whoop, yep. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, it's tough. Not an easy thing to do. So if you want a silver medal, you got to do that in 35 seconds. But let's look at some of the other vehicles we got. This one's really fun. The J-bomb, where you just stomp buildings flat.
Show us what you've got.
Good luck.
Oop. Yep, everyone in the building is fine because I am so precise with this. Wait, there's another one? Where are the other buildings? Oh, there we go. There we are. Hey, silver, not bad. Alright, side swipe. This one has little pistons that come out the
You're
sides,
just
so...
trying to impress me.
Whoop, whoop.
what you've got.
I hope this works.
We are now trained crushers. Now I got a gold on that one, huh? Awesome.
You're just trying to impress me.
Good. No. This way. There we go. Alright, Blackridge works. Let's see what we got here. Warning! Danger zone! RDUs triggered remotely as you drive by. They can be used for guidance as well as radiation dispersal. RDU radiation dispersal unit. Not much more than a collectible, but, you know. Whoop. Whoop.
You can do this.
Survivors escape when the walls around them are destroyed. Cue the blast core chopper swooping in to pick them up! 1 gold commendation is given per level for path clearance. The second requires all survivors, RDUs, and total destruction. Why? Because, you know, people trapped in the buildings. Gotta get them out. Alright, communication points allow you to make contact with HQ. When activated, they break open valuable new training levels. You can access these from the world screen. Alright, where is, There we go. Deuterino says, these N64 graphics don't age well. True. But it's also exacerbated by the fact that I have a composite cable to HDMI converter, which automatically upscales to 1080p, so that doesn't help at all. This would actually look better on a smaller tube television, but unfortunately, in order to be able to stream it, I have to convert it to HDMI and run it through my computer, which is upscaling it and makes it look even uglier. Pardon me. Thunder Fist. Alright, let's go back in here and see what goodies we can find. Charge!
Go for it.
Now, honestly, I think they should make another one of these games. Because it's a wonderful idea, and it's a ton of fun, but it is really old. And kind of hard to play today just because it's so damn ugly. It also I do wish I could, you know, pull the camera out a bit. It's a bit close. It's a bit too close. Got all the survivors. Apparently missing a building. There we go. Oh, but hey, I can zoom in. I can keep zooming. You could play it like this if you want. Don't know why you would ever want to. Alright, what am I missing here? Whoop. Hello. We found this. Whoop. Got a stoop there, that'd be nice. So this guy you need to... Oh, here's a big patch of RDUs. Unfortunately, I can't view the entire level right now, which is... Get the stoop. Oh, missed. Get the stoop. Still missed. There we go. Look, well, I think there's still a bit of it left. There we go. That little stoop there. That's what was tripping me up. Alright, how we doing? Got the buildings, got the peoples, and... Ooh, missing an RDU somewhere. Compared to today, the 64 is terrible? Well, yeah. Indeed, the 25-year-old N64 is not comparable to modern 3D graphics. That is true. What RDU did I miss? Where is it? There it is. And where's the truck? How do I get out of the level? Where's the truck? It would be nice if I could actually zoom out, but I can't. I'm supposed to be able to, but I guess that's only when I'm, there it is. Only when the carrier's around. I agree with, Brian, and I agree because he's correct. The N64 was, on balance, better than the PlayStation. PlayStation, I always felt, was utterly incompetent. This is ugly, but at least the N64 can draw straight, stable lines. PlayStation cannot. PlayStation is vomit-inducing. Alright, where do we want to go? Oh, this looks fun. Like, I remember playing Tony Hawk on the original PS1 and grinding a rail, and as it went into the distance, it just became like a sine wave. I remember playing Metal Gear Solid, and just the textures on the wall just made me want to barf. Because they weren't just low-res and blurry and bad. They were just shifting and constantly flickering, and oh god, Just terrible. Yep. Oh no!
Good luck.
No, you know that's gonna happen. Sega? Well, the Dreamcast was pretty great. Still terrible at this. There we go.
I keep moving.
Oh, come on, there's a rock right there. That should propel me right through it. There we go. Oh no! Well, CDs as compared to cartridges, CDs have more storage space, but they're much slower to access. At the time, they couldn't do dynamic audio like cartridges could do. So really the only drawback to cartridges was cost, which ended up being a hell of a drawback. I mean, although you could stream higher quality audio off of a CD. Oop, nip.
Good luck.
But if cost wasn't a factor, cartridges would be better. Well, still, it kind of depends on your priorities. You could stream couldn't be interactive, but it could be to the same degree that you could with a cartridge, but you have much higher quality music coming off of the CD. Load time's much better on the N64. You could also do some custom hardware, you know, put some specific chips on the 64 carts. But yeah, had Nintendo gone with CDs, things would be pretty different. Very likely. But hubris. It's the same thing that every single generation. It's the same thing. Hubris. You know, one of the companies does really well in a generation. They think they're on top of the game. They think they can do anything, get away from anything, and they are wrong. Every single time, and they never learn. I mean, with the, Nintendo riding high off of the Super NES. And so they're like, oh, we're gonna create an exclusive dream team of developers. And only the super special ones that we deem worthy to make games for the N64 are going to be able to. And we're going to stick with cartridges, even though that's clearly not where things are going, and those are expensive. We don't have to worry about it because who cares about the little piddly ones? And the N64 wasn't a complete and utter failure by any stretch, but did not do as well as it could have, and for reasons that Nintendo manufactured itself. Didn't have to be that way. Instead, the PS2 became really, 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 really popular. And pretty much dominated that generation. Of course, Wait a minute. Of course, a lot of that had to do with the fact that the PS2 was a DVD player. How do I must have to find a different vehicle to stop that from the sky or something. So what happened as Sony was riding high off of the success of the PS2 and into the next generation? Well, they came out with the PS3 and they said, "Haha, PS3, you stupid sons of bitches! It's $600, and you should be happy to pay it. You should be willing to get a second or third job because we are so awesome." Yeah, that didn't go over well. And so Microsoft swooped in and claimed that generation with the 360. And then what happened with the next generation? Microsoft got too big for its britches and said, "Haha, we killed it with the We killed it with the 360, so we can do anything we want with the Xbox One. We're gonna add the Kinect, an always-on connected camera constantly listening to you and staring at your living room or bedroom or whatever room you put this in. And you have to be always online, and really restrictive DRM, and you can't share your games with anyone, and blah 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 blah." And yeah, fail. And it was all their fault. They had all the momentum going into that generation with the 360, and they completely ruined it through their own hubris. Oops. Oopsie. Oopsie. And so it goes. Lou says, which is surprising because I would have thought that Sony learned from its hubris phase. No, they never do. Dominique, hello. I do love kittens. Even adult cats. Fluffy or non. But yes, c'est moi. C'est moi. Sony did really well after it sold electronics, then sold games and movies. Nintendo may be the oldest company, but it's not the first to sell video games. It's true. Yeah. Whee! Problem is it's really difficult to tell where there's a fence. Where does this block go? Let's get out. Let's see if I can walk somewhere. And is this somewhere I can walk? Yes, it is. Okay, here we are. Alright, we've got our... Where would we want to push the TNT? I guess maybe into the door there? We'll go up here? No? Whoop, no, no, no. Ah! There we go. Got a train in here. Up, 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 up. Back up, back up. Can I get out of here? Alright, look. Oh, it's a one-way. Oh, that's bullshit. It's one way? Come on. That doesn't even make any sense. Well, shoot. I'm stuck. Well, that blows. That's very bad level design. Well, let's go to a different stage then. Havoc District, that sounds fun.
Go for it.
Reminds me a little bit of the Ghostbusters video game where it totals how much damage you're doing for, I don't know, reasons. That sculpture's 100,000. Whole building was about 40,000. That sculpture 100,000. Thanks. But our work here is not done. Buildings yet stand. Get to people. Oh, hello. Don't touch the carrier, silly humans. It'll blow up and you'll kill us all. Oh, promoted again. Immortal God Emperor! Hello. Experienced Ravager, I think that said. It's pretty flattering for a nobody like me to have the Immortal God Emperor on my channel. Hello. And I do... This game is really cool. It's old and it's ugly and it's clunky, but it's a solid premise. That they should really make another one, because it's fun. Oop, no. I keep wanting to hit Z to back up, but it's not Z, it's B. A forward, B backwards. I think I missed one there.
I hope this works.
And if you're thinking these seem like Pac-Man pellet dots, the game actually leans into that later with some bonus stages that have you in basically Pac-Man stages trying to light up all the RDUs by being chased by colored forklifts or something like that. It's pretty funny. Yes. Oh, shoot, did I get everything? What's left? We have, oh, we've got plenty of buildings somewhere. Somewhere, there are buildings to stomp on. There's one now. I like how the explosions are colorful too. You get some blues and greens along with the reds and oranges. That's a nice touch, I think. Alright, where else? Oh no, fall in the water! Oh. Whoop. Some RDUs over here. Anything way over here? No. Got invisible walls. How about we've got you? Now this one, you know, shoots missiles. Oh, there we go. There's some stuff down there. Over here? No. Whoop. Oh, out. Can I get on the boat? Does not seem so. What are we talking about here? Immortal God Emperor does look good on your CV, I agree. God Emperor says, thank you, been a big fan of yours since let me give you my Nintendo... Oh, so from the very beginning. Wow, okay, awesome. Oh, and the spanking the monkey watch video I did, little helpful tutorial for Rhythm Heaven Fever that I did years ago. Awesome. Lee never understood why the N64 controller was shaped like a pitchfork. Well, the idea was to give you more variety. So, for example, in your regular 3D games where you would use the control stick, you'd hold it like this, and so you'd have the control stick, you had the little button on the back, so you essentially have shoulder buttons and an analog stick and a bunch of controllers. But if you were playing something like Street Fighter, a regular fighting game, you could go on the outside grip and use the plus pad. So that was the idea. You've got two controllers in one. You've got a regular analog stick, and you've got a regular 2D platformer or 2D fighter kind of one, or puzzle games, stuff like that. So that was the idea behind that. I like it, but I know a lot of people don't. I remember there was what am I looking for? I remember in 1996, before the I only got 45% of the buildings. Well, I'm missing something somewhere. So I went to Toys R Us, remember those? In 1996, probably spring, before the N64 came out. And they had a demo for Mario 64. And, maybe it's in buildings somewhere. Where are the buildings? What is still standing? And there was this young child trying to play Mario 64, and he was holding the controller like this, holding it on the outsides, but reaching his thumb all the way across to the control stick. And I really wanted to just grab him by the wrist and stuff his hand here so he'd hold the controller correctly, but I'm sure his mom was around and probably would not have appreciate me manhandling her kid, no matter how wrong he was on how he was holding the controller. Is this somewhere I can walk? Whoop, damn it. Can I go on the beach? No? No? Okay. Brian went on to explain so players could hold a different styles for different play games, yeah. You could even do this, although I don't think there were any games that actually required it to be done like that. I do remember there were a couple games where they kind of ran out of buttons, so you were holding it like this, but you also had to reach over to the plus pad for some... Rainbow Six was one of them where these buttons would do stuff. Even the L button did, so you'd be playing the game and you'd have to slap it like that or do this. So, not ideal, but yeah, that was the idea behind it. The problem is, is your hand, especially if you have larger hands or are an adult, you can end up your wrist bends a little bit, because you're, like this, you're pretty even, but you get into here and you start bending your wrist. And for me, it takes several hours, but after several hours, this bend gets really sore. I remember years ago, I played, I think, Hybrid Heaven on the N64 for one of my charity streams. And after like 7 hours, oh man, my wrist was really sore. So, interesting idea. Doesn't totally work. Yeah. Save the trees! Okay, well, we'll go to a different area. Where's the truck? Truck is... there we are. It caters to the elusive third-hand demographic, yeah. Oh yeah, there is a hang on. So for GoldenEye, there is a controller scheme where you get two controllers and you hold one by the nose and the second one by the nose, and look, you've got dual analog. Crazy, right? So that was one thing you could do. Kuroki, hello. Alright. Time to get moving. Warning. Alright. The music in this game is still good. It's ridiculous and even obnoxious at times, but I really genuinely like the music in this game. Okay, so no room on the bridge. I'm gonna have to go around. And we got the side swipe in this one. Okay. Time to get moving. Huh. Okay, up there. There we go. Nope, wrong button. Yep. Spacing on this is really difficult to do correctly. Thank you, Wesley, or whatever your name is. Good thing, too, because they just ran out of RAM stuff.
Nice work.
I doubt they'll make it on Switch because it's a Rare game and it's owned, and Rare's owned by Microsoft currently, but
You're just trying to.
you never know. Whoop. I know I can. It's because Amber has faith in me. That's all I need.
Do this.
Gotta be another vehicle in here I can use. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Pretty dangerous vehicle to use around the carrier, though. Oh, hello. Should we put a left arm on the punchy robot? Yeah, it's right-handed, it's fine. I like that there's actually a little road that leads up to this castle. It's a pretty funny touch. Yeah, I wasn't even watching and I stumbled upon the last RDU. Nice. Okay, got the peoples. Missing a building somewhere. Alright. Just won't do. Alright, building, where are you? Where are you hiding? I will raise you. Camera lowers over here, so I thought I'd use it to take a little look around. Did I leave a shipping container somewhere? Pretty sure it's not that boat. I've tried shooting that boat and it doesn't do anything, I don't believe. So. Oh well, wherever it is, I don't see it. Yeah, someone was saying the exit animation is like swinging saloon doors. It's a pretty nice touch. Oh, we got the easy levels, alright. Look at that pre-rendered backdrop art. Time to get moving. Did we do Argent Towers? No, we didn't, did we? Wait, were we already in here? I guess we were. What am I missing? Half the buildings, okay.
You can do this.
Oh, right. There were some buildings that I couldn't get to with the backlash. Oh, wait, was this the one with the train? Is this the... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's give it one more try. Okay, the point of moving that block out of the way is so you can walk down here. Go backwards, not very far. Let's go past here and see what... Nothing, okay. And that's a no. There were some buildings over here. Can I shoot them? Apparently not. Can I walk in here? Can I walk around to the other side? No. Well, this is a lonely little road. Alright. Nothing over there. That. Okay, well that's clearly not the solution. Alright, sure, let's try one of these. Alright, here's one of the racing levels. Oh, this way, I guess? Oh, God, okay.
Show us what you've got.
Go for it.
Can you believe I gold medaled everything in this game back when I was, 17? Boom. Soulcaster asks, is this being played on actual N64 hardware? Yes, it is.
Not a scratch on it.
You're just
Cause
trying to
$1 million and 2. Alright.
Show us what you've got.
I hope this works.
Well, it's because I'm great. I know it.
That was great.
I have a very high opinion of myself. And I appreciate you reinforcing it. Now what else is there? What a mess. What a mess. Now like $40,000 left. What a miss. That's like... That's what... Oh. Yeah, for those wondering, the N64 was composite cables. So the you know, the yellow video cable and the red and white audio cables. I have a composite and S-video to HDMI converter box, so that's running through that, through an HDMI switcher, which goes to my graphics card, which goes out to the television. So that's why this game looks more ass-tastic than it would otherwise. I mean, this is really ugly on my you know, 60-inch widescreen HD television. This is not a 4K set. This TV is probably 10 years old, so it's an old TV. But yeah, this, when I first making sure that I could stream an N64 game, when I first took this up, I looked at it and went, oh god, that is an eyesore. And this was actually a pretty ugly game even by N64 standards. And this was 97, I believe, so this was the first year of the N64. Oh, biscuits.
I hope this works.
No, the barn. Oh. Whoop, no. So we've... This will make sense in a second. So, the reason we're doing that is because the missile carrier's going through here, so we had to move the train to get the flatbed here so that the carrier could go across it. Now we have to drive back. Wow. Oh. Damn it. Alright, now we gotta go back and get the rest of the buildings. No, I didn't run away. I'm doing it. Nah. Nah, man, that's not luck. That's pure skill.
You ran away or something?
Is that it?
You're just lucky.
Oop, I'm...
Warning.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Alright, let's see what we can do about that. Nope, not other way. Nope, nope, damn it. No, shit! No, other way. Okay, so apparently we're going backwards. Will we make it? Nope. So apparently the boat is facing the other way, so what I was really doing was backing up the boat, which is why I went the wrong direction the first time, and then hit the wrong button and got out of the boat and immediately into one of the vehicles, because the collision box around the vehicles is huge. Alright, let's try that again. Time to get moving.
You can do this.
Doo-doo-doo. So you gotta walk way around that sucker, or you'll just end up getting right back in. Talking about the Mario movie in here? Yeah, that building's fine. Back up. All right. Okay, now here we go. Oop. I thought so.
Nice work.
Beaten tracks.
Rock and roll.
No trouble at all.
I think the key to most adaptations, but if you're going to make a, for example, Mario movie, how do you do it? Well, make a Mario movie. There you go. That's step one. If you don't want to make a Mario movie, make a different movie. But then it's not Mario. Don't pretend it is, because the only thing you're going to do is just irritate fans of the property. Where are we going? Alright.
Go for it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do we have any vehicles I could use, though? I mean, sure it would be nice if I had a vehicle to use. Can't take these buildings down by hand. Well, there's the... And you fucking kidding me. Come on. That's really annoying. Don't know where to go, but if you go behind this building, you are completely screwed, because there's trees blocking the way. Okay. Oh, and activated an RDU. Okay, I must be missing something so amazingly obvious. What did I miss? Am I... Fucking
You run away or something?
There we go, that's what I wanted. So you can only do this scrolling thing when you're in a vehicle. Okay, there's a
Good luck.
bulldozer. It's right next to the truck. God, I wish there was a way to just get the goddamn menu out of the way so I can look at stuff. Alright, so we go over here. We can't walk around the building because there's trees, so we need to do something else. Alright. Alright. Okay. Oh, okay, here's a bridge. Ugh, gotta be so slow. Alright, here we are. You know, the camera is zoomed in so the crane can move objects in previously inaccessible places. Yes, load it up and then hit right. Okay, so the point is to do this. Alright, now I know what we're doing. Except I don't know where the... How do I get from the crane? Oh, right here. Okay, so... There we go, okay. Back across the bridge. So probably one of the reasons why you cannot pull the camera out very far is frame rate and performance. That would be my guess. Because I cannot imagine anyone at Rare played this and went, yeah, this is fine. This is exactly the view that everyone's going to want. Alright, now we're going to move this TNT thing right into the building. So there we go. There we are. Decorated damage. Boom.
You're just trying to impress me.
It's Sonic. Everyone who was gonna go see Sonic would have went to see Sonic anyway. Might have affected the prospects of a sequel, but I don't know that the redesign really affected the box office because the movie's still what the movie is. But, I mean, that was an awful design, and it stuns me that anyone ever looked at it and said, yeah, that's good.
Time to get moving.
I can't see. Bullets. Need more bullets. There's some. Alright. I think in order to make most adaptations of existing properties work as a film, there has to be a desire to make a good movie out of it. You know, there has to be actual affection for the property. Because if there isn't, and it's just like, here's a property we can make money off of, it really comes through. So, if you want to make money and you just don't care about the property, it's fine, but hire someone who does. I mean, you're not guaranteed to make a good movie. Making good movies is hard, even with the best of intentions. But you're definitely not going to make a good movie if no one actually gives a poop about the property itself. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Whee!
Good luck.
Nope. Stuck. There we go. Alright, let's just slowly drive into it. It eventually works. There we go. I'm so unbelievably bad at this. Run away! Yeah, but, so sorry about live-action movies get a lot of money, right? But you have to remember a couple things. One, it's much easier today to go... There are many more options to seeing these movies these days. In addition to theater, there's also video on demand and streaming and stuff like that. Home video, red box, all that kind of stuff. So that's a contributing factor. But I just completely miss. But also, I don't think that one's in the way. But also, just because a lot of people go to see a movie doesn't mean they liked it. You know, everyone went to see the Sonic movie because it's the Sonic movie. Sonic is known. It's like, Sonic. I know Sonic. Kids love Sonic. I'll just take the kids to see Sonic. Doesn't mean anyone actually liked it. Doesn't mean the movie was any good. And it certainly doesn't mean anyone's going to go see the sequel if they didn't like the first one. So it's not terribly surprising that remakes of movies today... There we go. Actually do well because they're easy to see and people take advantage of that convenience to go see them. That's the thing about box office, is it is absolutely zero indicator of how good a movie... Well, not absolutely zero. Because if the box office stays strong over successive weeks, that is an indicator that many people liked the movie enough to tell their friends to go see it and to go back and see it again.
No trouble at all.
But really, box office is just an indicator of how many people... It's more an indicator of how successful the marketing was. Also, box office isn't really a good measure of anything because movie tickets cost wildly different amounts of money depending on where you're talking about. So I always thought it would be better to for them to, if they were actually interested in showing numbers that matter, they'd show number of tickets sold, number of butts in seats, number of people who watched the movie, rather than dollar amount of the tickets sold. Because, this movie made $100 in ticket sales! Great! Did you sell 100 $1 tickets? Or 2 $50 tickets? Because that's a significant difference. But no one's obliged to share any of that information, so they don't, generally. Up. Up. Gonna... No. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. Gonna just...
You can do this.
There we go. I mean, the controls are honestly way too finicky to... I mean, it's a fun idea. Park the thing on the thing to move it to a different place. Great, but, I mean, the controls are just so finicky that it's really not a good idea. Still, we get to knock over buildings. That's always fun. Oh! Well, that just snuck out of me out of nowhere. If only I could pull the camera back and actually see what the hell was going on, right? Like, I mean, this right here is the kind of thing that makes me sit here and wonder, did anyone actually play this? There we go. I mean, because you have to imagine that either I am the worst person ever at parking the whatever vehicle that's called, or everyone testing this game had the exact same problem and we're like, it's fine. Or they knew it was a problem, but it's just like, we need to get this out in Q1 of '97, so it is what it is. Yep. I am amazed I had the patience for this when I was, 17. Oh, god damn it. And I have no idea where it is, really, so... Like, did I miss a piece? No, it's... Whoa! Bomb. It was over on the other side. It was over on the other side. Oh. That's where it was. Yeah, that one worked out pretty well. I mean, it's still a fun game, but and this was clearly rushed to have it in the close to launch window as possible, but man, like I can deal with the ugly-ass graphics, but small things like that make the game genuinely frustrating and unfun to play, that's the kind of stuff that it boggles me that they leave in there. Jesus. Ah! Ah! Shit. Fuck it.
You run away or something?
Yeah, it looks like one.
Show us what you've got.
Go for it.
Talking about kindling the pipeline. Alright.
Just throw it off.
Warning.
You do this.
See, I mean, this is such a cool idea. Now imagine how much cooler this would be if you could actually see what the hell you're doing. But you can't, because the camera is zoomed in so close, you genuinely cannot see what you're doing.
Warning.
So it's a really weird balance of fun, but so frustrating.
You do this.
Like, am I lined up with anything? I have no idea.
Warning. Warning.
Time to get moving.
You got the hang of it.
God damn it. Amazes me how much insane patience I had when I was younger. You know, because I'm actually really frustrated right now. I'm like, how did I play this? I mean, it's genuinely a great idea, but it plays like absolute garbage. I mean, the control is honestly really bad. It's consistent at least, though, so you can kind of work with it. Alright, what's next? Huh? Alright. Alright, gonna jump out the building, which I really can't see from here!
You got the hang of it.
Of course, when we were... Jesus. Really? 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 Of course, when I was a kid, you know, options were a little bit limited. Or more limited, anyway. Whoop. There we go. And you end up with the problem where instead of an elated feeling of accomplishment, you end up just, you're like, finally, God! You end up doing that. Ooh, promoted! Woo!
Nice work.
Yeah, Lou's reiterating what... Oh, I missed the thing. We put up with it when we were younger because it was either playing this or nothing. Yeah! Yeah. I mean, you know, when I was younger, it was a matter of, games only had so much money, so you buy a game. That's the only game you're getting for a while, other than what you're maybe renting from Blockbuster Video. So... it's the game you have. Oh, was it Professional Razor? Professional Razor, yeah, awesome. I wonder how Body Harvest holds up, because I really enjoyed that game, and that's another game, that was DMA design. That's another game that's just such an awesome idea, and it's so unbelievably janky. Ebony Coast. Alright, let's try this. Danger zone. Hot in here. That's a fan I was reaching for. I can skip this, but this is like the only good look at the level I get. Wait, is this the same one? Didn't I already do this one? Or is this just the same setup?
I hope this works.
So you can have that carrier view. You can scroll back and forth through the level, but only if you're in a vehicle, and only if that vehicle is not a train. Small things like that are so unbelievably frustrating. Out. There we go. Alright, let's see where... Oh wait, is this the... This is the one with the moving the TNT into the buildings, right? Yep. Yeah, I did it. Don't really have a terribly great concept of how close I was, because can't move the camera back to see where things are, and the little radar is not terribly helpful.
Nice work.
But still, again, you blow stuff up and knock over buildings, and that's fun.
Not a scratch on it.
No trouble at all.
Danger zone! This is not a Japanese game. If you're referring to Blast 4, it's a European game. It was made by Rare. So if anything, the dollars should be in pounds or euros or something. Eh.
You can do this.
Wrong thing. Oh. Ah! So frustrating. Oh, I'm out. Well, I'd collect some other stuff, but again, can't. Oh, the fist thing is that you're supposed to get in that. Well, I mean, again, if the camera was backed out just a little bit, I would have seen that.
You can do this.
Alright. I am loving all 10 frames of that. You see, that's purposeful. They want you to admire every individual frame, and if it was at a, 30 frames per second or even 20 frames per second, you wouldn't have the time to appreciate the majesty of each individual frame. It's why they slow it down to about 10, you see. It's for your benefit.
No trouble at all.
Oh, it predates the Euro? 97? Okay. Thunder Fist. Alright. I can. Let me show you. After I show you my Pokemons.
Try this for size.
You can do this.
No, come here, little box. I will crush you. No, no. He says, but do you love every single frame equally, Andrew? Do you really? No, I admit, I have my favorites. Or I'm looking for. Is that fair to the other frames? No, but
No trouble at all.
I'm nothing if not honest. Before I looked up Nintendo, I thought it was founded in the 80s. Surprised to learn Nintendo's founded back in 1889. Well, I mean, so it was founded in the 80s. You know, playing this game and its wonderful resolution of about 240 is on this TV is honestly giving me a headache.
You can do this.
I never run away.
You run away or something?
Unless I'm in danger and can save myself by running away. Then absolutely. Yeah. Wow, that thing just zoomed on in there. Did you see that zip on it? Holy crap. That's a speedy little nuclear carrier there. I can take down buildings with a single punch, but the goddamn trees, they stymie me.
Time to get moving.
My God, that carrier is booking. Yeah, Nintendo's well over 100 years old now, and they started with a bunch of... They've had a bunch of different things that they sold. They had taxis and love hotels and cards, playing cards, you know, Hanafuda cards. All kinds of neat stuff. I actually, for giggles, I learned a couple of like koi and stuff from the Yakuza games. So I got myself a set of Nintendo Hanafuda cards. So that's pretty neat. There we go. Alright. Yep. That sucker's moving a lot faster than it was in other missions. Hey, let me show those off. Maybe you'll all like to see that. Hang on.
Nice work. Not a scratch on it.
No trouble at all.
Now these are obviously not the originals, because Mario and the various characters did not exist back in the late 19th century. But, open box. Come on, box. Be a good box. There we go. Oops, shies. That was just the instructions, okay. So, let's see, we've got, I don't know how well you can see him, got Daisy there. Looks like Rosalina, although her hair is a different color. Toadette. Got a very oddly colored Donkey Kong. It's just all orange. So some of the coloring on this is actually kind of disappointing. There's Diddy Kong. This one looks nice. It's got a blooper on it. Forget what those fish are called. Cheeps, I think. Frog Suit Mario's kind of half colored here. This one looks okay, but still missing the right skin tone on Mario. But yeah, so I got these Hanafuda cards. They're actually good quality cards, though. You can slap them down like you're supposed to. They're made from a really nice card stock, so I am disappointed in the coloring, though. This one looks okay. This peach one. I think they could have done better, is what I'm saying. But I thought it'd be fun to have myself a little Mario-themed Hanafuda set, because thanks to the Yakuza games, I now know how to play Koi Koi and another game, the name of which I forget what the name is. But see, you can actually learn things from playing video games, like how to play other games. Yeah, look at the majesty of that pre-rendered background right there. Probably took a computer 3 days to render that. Oyster Harbor. Alright, let's go. Original ones would have been nice to have? Sure, but I would imagine the original cards are just the typical Hanafuda card design, which is fine. I thought these were more fun. You know, I mean, if you're gonna get a Nintendo Hanafuda set, get them with Mario characters. I mean, what the hell? Problem is if you want to play with anyone, you have to find someone who... Koi Koi is my favorite of the Hanafuda games I know, and not an easy game at all to teach someone to play. Really, the hardest part is the cards aren't marked, so you really have to learn what they mean. And it takes some time to learn them. Probably the best way to learn is with various computer games, because sometimes they'll mark the cards for you with numerical values depending on what game you're talking about. God damn it, get out of the car! Thank you. Let's see, there's gotta be another vehicle around here somewhere. Of course, it's gonna be really hard to find. Oh, hello. Yeah, morning. I don't know where it is. It's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, it's on the other side there. I see it. Alright, so I've got to... So I've got to actually hit stuff, clear the path from up here. Oh, God damn it.
Go for it.
Back up! God damn it! Jesus! Oh, hell. Oh, this is so impossible to control. Out of the goddamn car, seriously, Jesus! That's the thing, is half the time you cannot figure out why the character won't get out of the car, or why the car refuses to back up. Ugh, so unbelievably frustrating. That was clutch. No, no. Okay. Well, here's a crane.
You're just lucky.
Hey, I guess I want to, I think what I want to do is put the TNT on the thing here. Fuck it. No. I think what I want to do is, it's unbelievable that they leave the goddamn menu up on the screen so you even more can't see what you're doing. But I think what you're supposed to do is put TNT on the little lift and drop it on this huge obstruction here. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Have I played TY? What is TY? Diamond Sands. Oh, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? Lee, no offense, but is there anyone you have ever met who, this day and age, immediately thought of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger just by saying, "Have you played Ty?" I mean, I don't mean that in any condescending way. I'm just genuinely curious if anyone was familiar enough with the property to go, "Oh, you mean Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?" Because I didn't think that was well known enough to really just refer to it as Ty. To answer your question, though, no, I've not played Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I don't think. I remember it, though. Yep. Oh, this one, yeah, okay. You have to clear... This one's hard. Yep. Jesus! You have to clear both sides of the
Go for it.
train track here. Using these little, shut up! Yeah, see, so you have to go back and forth to clear both sides of the tracks. No, there's literally no problem here, Lee. I'm not talking down to you. I'm just genuinely curious if anyone has ever recognized what you're talking about just based on tie alone. I mean, if they have, great. I definitely would, even if I heard you say tie, I would not have thought of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I mean, you know, 20 years ago I might have gone like Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? You know, but today would not think of it at all. I'm just curious if in your experience people are like, what, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? Absolutely. Damn it. Like, I don't know if I would, if you said, hey, have you played Arrow, if I would have thought the Acrobat, you know? And complete, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. not gonna happen. Let's see, what do we want to do? That way, thank you. I'm sure. Yeah, whoop. And yeah, no. Okay, I'm getting way too frustrated now. This game is too old. Motherfucker! Get that way! Up and to the right! God damn it! There we go. Jesus. Okay, fuck it, I'm done. Oh, God. You know, fun to revisit this game, but good God, is it a cumbersome mess. The idea behind it is still wonderful, just, you know, there's a runaway carrier that's going to explode if it touches anything, so knock all the buildings down before we all die. That's a wonderful idea. Just, I think it was one of the stampers who was allegedly quoted as saying, "If you make a game where you knock down buildings, it will be fun." And when you can get past the amazingly crummy controls and utterly restrictive camera and genuinely ugly ass graphics, it is genuinely fun to play. Lee says he's rage quitting. Yeah, I am rage quitting. I am ceasing to have fun with the game now. I really enjoy knocking over the buildings. I think it's an incredibly charming game. I love the design of the various vehicles. I love the concept. I love the incredibly, almost inappropriate, but still charming music in this game. But I can only take the crappy controls and restrictive camera and a couple instances of good ideas but poor implementation so far as the level design goes. Most of the implementation comes down to the controls are just not there. You know what you want to do, and you can't do it, even though it shouldn't be. Like, park the vehicle on the train's flatbed. That right there, that should not be the challenge. You know, knock down the buildings before the master the controls of the various vehicles to knock down the buildings before the carrier gets there. That's the challenge. That's the fun part. Get your vehicle to actually back up, or get your vehicle to point the direction you want it to go, or get your character to exit the vehicle when you press the exit vehicle button. That should not be the challenge, and oftentimes it is. Like one of the last levels I played there, that is an amazingly cool idea where there are buildings on both sides of the tracks and you have to use those cutouts that go underneath to go back and forth side to side to get at each side of the track, because your dump truck cannot drive over train tracks for some reason, whatever. But that's wonderful design. But the problem comes with where the dump truck, which is hard to control in the first place, and it's supposed to be, but it's insanely difficult to control accurately. And also, you run into that alone would not be a problem, but you run into issues where the dump truck gets stuck on geometry sometimes, like you'll try to get through the cutout to the other side of the train track and you'll get hung up on the corner and can't get off. Little things like that. Also, just not being able to see where you're going or where anything is. That decreases the fun of the game. Also, this looks really, really, really amazingly horrible on my TV. I don't know how well that comes off, but man, is that an eyesore, and it's literally giving me a headache. So I think we're going to call it here for today. Lee says the camera's bad in Mario 64, but still is better than this. The camera is in Mario 64, in my opinion, is fine. It's functional. It's restrictive by today's standards, but you can, for those who don't know, the camera in Mario 64 is not analog. It would be hard to be because there's no second analog stick. What you do is you use the C buttons, and you can essentially rotate it in 45-degree angles. So it can be a little cumbersome in some areas to get, because you can't get the camera exactly where you want. You can only get it approximately in the location you want. But the levels are designed around the fact that you can only shoot the scene from 4 locked angles. So it's rarely that big of a problem. Also, the camera can pull back enough that you can see the area around Mario. There's also a first-person mode where you can just look around. So it's certainly old and restrictive by modern standards, but for my money, I'd say the camera in 64 of its time was fine. In fact, it was kind of a revelation. It was one of the first functional 3D cameras in a 3D game, or cameras in a 3D game, rather. This, even by the standards of 1997, is bad. It's probably bad for a lot of technical reasons. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, they probably couldn't. I mean, this runs like garbage anyway, but they probably couldn't pull the camera back anymore, or it wouldn't run at all. And that's a shame. I would genuinely really love to see a new Blast Corps game. It's such a wonderful idea, and it can be a lot of fun. By modern standards, I would say this game is fun in short bursts, but after an hour, hour and a half, the old clunkiness of the game really starts to add up and just starts to frustrate rather than having fun. Some of the floaty controls can actually be really, like in that last race you saw the car just kind of flipping around wildly. That can actually be kind of amusing, especially in the later levels where you go to the moon and then to different planets and you have the different gravity. It's really amazing just having the dump truck hit a ramp and just go floating off into the stratosphere. That can be a lot of fun. So it's not a bad game, but it is old, which isn't doing it any favors 20-some years later. Nearly 25 years old. Wow, this game's old. Wow, I'm old. Oh, God. But it also feels like this was a game that Rare really wanted to spend another year on, but needed to get it out by the end of the fiscal year. If I'm remembering correctly, this came out in '97, I think, and I think it came out early. Let me look real quick, because if it came out March 31st or earlier, then I'm correct. If not, then I'm incorrect. Alright, let's see. Yep. March 24th, 1997. They wanted that out by the end of the fiscal year, which is March 31st. So it was not ready yet. I do not know this for certain, of course, that this is my speculation, but the fact that this thing came out at the tail end of the fiscal year tells me they just really wanted to have this out that year, even though it really needed probably another year of development to iron out some of the technical issues that the game suffers. But there we go. Use Game Shark on it. I missed the back in the day. I had the Game Genie. Similar idea. It was a dongle that actually. So it was a. Here's the cart. So it was a dongle that stuck onto the bottom of the carts, and then you would plug it into the machine with the dongle between the cart and the system. And oh, this is warm. And as an intermediary, it would run software to change the memory values so that you could do weird things like, usually anything numeric, like give yourself infinite lives or infinite health, or sometimes you could tweak values that would change the gravity, so to speak, so Mario or whoever would jump a lot higher. And that was always fun. These days, that's called piracy, and they look down upon that stuff. It's like, well, I guess the modern equivalent would be modding. But anyway, I hope you all. That's why Animal Crossing: New Horizon didn't come year it should. Do you mean it should have been a year earlier or a year later? I'm not clear what you mean by that, Lee. I think Animal Crossing: New Horizon came out came out April of the previous year, 2020. So right when everyone was stuck at home. So for sales anyway, it came out at a very opportune time. Oh, you mean it was originally scheduled to come out earlier and got delayed? Yeah. Games are a business. And sometimes business dictates that they have to be released, even if they're not ready. And that's usually not good for anyone, because even if releasing the game in an unfinished state does prevent your company from going under, because they need the revenue right now or they're done, you get a reputation for releasing unfinished games, so you might not sell the next one very well. It's bad for morale for the people who work there. The gamers don't like it. It's probably, word gets around and it doesn't sell well, especially, back in the day when you couldn't just patch this stuff. I mean, on the other hand, these games from a QA standpoint are generally a lot more solid than the AAA releases of today. They are clearly getting really lazy and taking advantage of the fact that they can just patch this stuff. QA, whatever. We'll just get the people who buy and play our games to QA it. We'll patch it later. That's why, prior to patching, when you released a game, it was released. You had to make damn sure there wasn't anything at least game-breaking in there. But sometimes things still slip through. One of the Zelda games, it's either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, has a soft lock in it, where if you do a certain sequence of events, you're in the cannon room and you can't get out. That's something that would have been patched if patching were a thing at the time. but it was not. Lou says New Horizons was delayed because they didn't want to crunch, and that paid off. Yeah, it paid off. Now that the happenstance of releasing during lockdown was serendipitous, but it also meant that they had a much more enjoyable game. So, oh, it's Twilight Princess. Oh, okay. Well, at least I got the right franchise. Twilight Princess. Okay, that's the one that had the soft lock in it. So, okay, that's. So that's it for today. Thank you all for taking time out of your holiday to hang out with me and watch me yell at an old video game. I had fun revisiting this one. It is hard to play today. It's fun to play in short bursts. I think it's fun to go back and take an hour or two to look at some of these old games and stroll down memory lane, but a lot of these games are really hard to play today, and it's really interesting to look back and see, wow, when I was a teenager, how did I have more patience when I was a teenager than I do as a damned adult, you know? So, all right. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Be safe. Hope it's full of fireworks, fun, food, and family and friends, and other words that start with F. I hope to start Trails in the Sky, second chapter, next Sunday, but that's contingent on some other behind-the-scenes stuff that I'm working on. But if you see the what I thought of first chapter video this week on my YouTube channel, then you can be pretty sure that we'll start that up on Sunday. So, enjoy your week, enjoy the holiday, and thanks for dropping by. Take care, everyone. See you later.